screen. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. So we'll just start right at the top. And on these calls, we do try not to do huge shop audits. We try to save those for the coaching group just so that we have more dedicated time for you there. But let's start with Kirsty at the top. So some advice on getting more sales on your festive products. What do you think you should do to increase your sales fast? All right, great question. Can everyone just give me a thumbs up if they can see the screen that I'm showing? Okay, cool. Last time it disappeared. So what you should do to increase sales fast. Advice on getting more sales on your festive products. So that would probably be, okay, our holiday. Couple things you can do here. I see what you've done with some of the photos is adding in a little bit of like a holiday touch with the red berries and some of the greenery. I think that is a nice thing that you've done. One thing you could do is just showcase these things in a more festive way, because a lot of it is neutrals and it doesn't immediately jump out to me like this is Christmas. So a couple things you could do would be, getting some of those twinkle lights in the photos. I think it's the photos that are going to help with that. Getting some twinkle lights, getting a little, some ornament, what are those, like ornament props almost, some of those shiny ornament props, something to make it look a little more Christmas-like, because they're very like neutral right now. I think that would really help. Because you do have Christmas in your SEO, it looks like, so that's good. But like happy Christmas, I think you could even do more here to make it look more festive. Some evergreen things, sprigs, you can get them in the floral pick aisle at craft stores. That might help. And then just to get sales fast, let's take a look at what we're doing. So your discounts are currently 25% off. I am curious what the loss leaders are, and if you could discount those even any more. One thing that we've seen just really, really pick up recently for people is that Facebook strategy. I know it does take a volume of posting, but when it picks up, it really picks up. And we've seen over and over again in the last week and a half that it really helps shops take off quickly. So I would jump in there. For this, I would get into mom buy, sell, trade, baby buy, sell, trade, baby resale, baby kids buy, sell, trade, all of those. Those are going to be the easiest places to post these. You don't even have to think about coming up with a creative copy or anything. So that's what I would do, is more Facebook strategy and maintaining the 24-hour sales. Just making sure 5 hours. Yeah. So you must be on 24-hour sales. Okay. So that's what I would do with this. Samantha, can we tell you if your branding looks more cohesive now that you've changed your banner? You've heard that Etsy shoppers don't look at your whole shop, but usually the listing they click on. How can you get more commissions on your dog planters? How do you reach a higher paying customer base? Okay, the banner's looking good. I think the banner's looking good. Now the pink, I remember your old banner actually, and the pink is still, a statement in terms of, who it might attract. You might want to try changing out some of these where it's not pink, just because it might clash a little bit with the red. That would be an idea. You might try some of it where it's neutral, like a tan. You could do one like a dark green. I probably would swap out the holiday at this point. So I might even just make these more themed, because right now it's a little bit of mixed branding on each of them. So I might swap out some of the pink. And then your question on the dog planters. Let's take a look at these. There we go. Okay, interesting. Okay, so a couple things I would do here is the only ones that I'm realizing that this is a planter on is like this one for sure. This one, I think sometimes the props in the background, because there's greenery, sure, in the pictures, but when it's in the background, not inside the dog, I don't even realize it's a planter. So I might have thought, oh, it's just like a little figurine or something. So I would really showcase like you've done here. This makes it so obvious what this is. I think that would help a lot. Showing that side view, even this one. I think, the ones without the red background are probably your best photos. And I understand like the cat's face is something that you want to feature here. So that's why it's maybe forward facing, but you still showed it, did a good job showing it on the side. A couple things you could do is try putting it like on a shelf, or try showcasing it in a way where it's showing size and scale. Because right now I could guess how big that little plant is, but this, could this fit like my geraniums, or is this like for a little air plant type of thing? So I think size and scale, showing that in your listing photo, will help more people click in. You have Etsy's pick on here, so this is great. I would actually, I see you have one left. One thing that I recommend doing is increasing the quantities available, and then just being willing to make one that's very similar. And in your language here, even though maybe you only have one available, you could just say, we'll do our best to make it look like the listing photo. Each one is custom made to order, so there are some small differences due to that. That would just show Etsy that there's a lot of potential revenue behind this for them. So that's what I would do. Like, this is great what you've done there. I think this is great that you have that. One thing with your video, when people are scrolling through search results, when I like click on this, it looks like a picture, and it takes a few seconds to see movement. So you could just actually trim off the beginning part of that video and then 5x the speed on it. And I would actually show like putting a plant in there to show how that would actually work out. So that way, as soon as they're scrolling on search results, they see motion and it's like catches their eye. Because right now the video is not really totally working for you yet. And then I would do more without props in the background. Then your other question, how do you reach a higher paying customer base? I mean, this is totally this type of product. I feel like this is very much that, you know, it could be that high end kind of loft living person in a city who, you know, maybe they're in a smaller space, but like everything they buy is special type of thing, like it means something. So to be able, I mean, to charge prices like this, like you've got to show the value proposition in that listing photo. So like 198, we really want to know how big this is, how it works. You know, is it like I would say show it in the actual setting it would be in, so they could really visualize it in their space. That gives them value. That adds value to your listing photo. If it's an easy picture, okay, they could translate how that would look in their home. So I think that just communicating the value in the listing photos will be a little bit different. And then this to me is like that Anthropologie customer. I would start looking at these. So you have Westie. I don't know what kind of dog that is. I would actually go into like expensive dog breed groups, and I would be posting these in there, so that you get those passionate dog parents who are all about, you know, everything Westie, everything, you know, specific breed. So that's what I would do next. Okay. Rebecca, having a hard time identifying your customer. Okay. Right now, trying to focus on people 40 plus who love to travel, love Italy, Italian culture, disposable income, love photography. You have a feeling it's not fleshed out enough, could use some help. Lost Leader is a travel guide for Florence. Very cool. You're open to expanding your audience to travel lovers, photography lovers that aren't really specific. Let's take a look at your shop, but I do think we should lean into that idea a little bit. Let's take a look at your shop though. You want to stick with print on demand and digital. You think your photos and Italian sayings could be a good fit for cafes and restaurants. Is it worth pursuing? Let's take a look. So your shop's name is literally Love from Italy. So now I don't think this means you have to be only Italy here. I think you could also do like other places, maybe in Europe, start there. I probably wouldn't jump to like New York City or something. I think that would also fit with the vibe. Like you could have things with like Greece in here. I think the aesthetic could stay consistent if you do that. You could even, I mean, with the way you have sections broken out, you could end up with sections for different cities. And you might want to look up the search volume, just maybe on eRank or something, just to see different cities, what is working better on Etsy now, so that that would help you prioritize what cities to focus on, or countries. So let me make sure I'm getting your question right. Are you here, Rebecca? If not, that's okay. I think 40 plus, I mean, you're getting a little, I would say that's a little specific. I would also think about people who love to travel, Italy, Italian culture, like what else are they into? Like eating, drinking, maybe, and maybe that could be something to lean into. I see you have like an apron, right? So that is something else. Like what other countries are people into eating and drinking? And I might go a little bit more specific with that. I would be careful about too much wall art. And I would probably take a look at your last 50 orders and look at what was driving 80% of that, for reference. So, you know, the way I do it, like when I'm doing a shop audit for you guys, I like to look at your most recent reviews. This isn't going to be everything, I realize, but you know, maybe it's all the mugs that are selling, and that would be really important to know. So then I would start doing other countries with mugs. If it's sayings, you know, more sayings. If it's the photography, more of that. The guide you have, travel guide for Florence. I mean, travel guide for something else. if this is your main seller, what other travel guides could you do? Because you never know, like a year from now, you might be known for travel guides, and we don't want to miss that opportunity if that's the way the customers are, you know, if that's what they're wanting. So I would even reach out to all those customers who purchase this and say, what other travel guide? I hope you love the Florence travel guide. Would you like to see any others? Because I'm working on some more right now, and I'll give it to you for like 75% off or something. I would do that. Okay. And cafes and restaurants, you could definitely do some really targeting those. Now with those, I would actually go directly to the source, and I would actually be like pitching it. So whether it's their Facebook page, somewhere where the social media is actually managed, potentially Instagram messages, yeah, Facebook, you could even message them on Yelp. That would be something you could do. Yelp, message them on Yelp, or if there's you know, an Italian version of Yelp, you could do something like that. But the cafes and restaurants, they don't even need to be in Italy. They could be, you know, Italian restaurants in Chicago. So that's what I would do. Message them directly, ask if they would like a revamp of their wall decor, and then give them like a killer deal. And then you could, you know, get their photos and things. Okay. Abby. All right. So we have a new store, November 2nd. So 2 days old. Great. So you're just transferring everything over. So what should you focus on? 15 to 20 hours a week. That's a lot of time. That's good. Okay. So you're thinking of offering things for the modern bride, experience in web design. You could do wedding websites, the print on demand route with bridesmaid gifts. Okay. Product ideas to focus on. Let's take a look at the new and the old. Okay. So this is the, let's compare them. This must be the, so the one with co on it, stored co. Is that the new one?
Yeah, that's the new one.
Thank you. Like, because you have more items in that. Perfect. So you just shifted them over, right?
Yeah, I'm nearly done, but yeah, just going one by one, trying to copy them over.
Awesome. And okay, that was a really good call, I would say, since you didn't have sales in the other one.
Okay.
Focusing on, do you sell these things anywhere else? Any other platforms?
No.
Okay.
No. Brand
Yeah.
new.
So I would say, and this is all digital, right?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, one of my other questions is I have found like a printing partner in the US. So I would like to offer like a framed print. But yeah, I've got another question about that further down.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what I would add in is things that are probably not wall decor. I would probably, let's see, of your ideas, maps, venue illustrations, pet illustrations. I would probably do things that they could utilize at the wedding, like whether it be seating charts, the maps. Would that be like a wall decor map?
People often put them on like part of their wedding stationery where it'll show like where the ceremony might be and where the reception is or things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the illustrations thing that's going to be like time for money for sure. Trading your time for money. So,
Yeah.
do you have wedding websites that are ready to go?
No, I don't. But I have experience, so I can do it.
Yeah, if you did a couple of those, I think this is definitely the time of year to start getting those up.
Yeah.
I would probably also start doing the print on demand route, adding in some like bridesmaid gifts, engagement gifts. It's going to be, you know, early in the year, people get engaged over Christmas. So I'd be focusing on like bridesmaid proposal, package it as that first. Even flower proposal. I would start with that and then move on to like the gifting, because that's going to be ordered later. I would probably do that just for average order value, because that'll get it up faster. People order multiples of those, and you can repackage it as a gift proposal item. So I would probably start with that right now.
Is there any kind of product that actually comes to mind with those types of proposals?
Yeah. So you know, honestly, like non-sized items are the easiest. So I wouldn't do like t-shirts. I would probably do more like drinkware. You could do the, let's see, mugs would be definitely more winter. You could do tumblers. You could do hats. And you could do like, we have a lot of students having great success with these like print on demand trucker hats for like bachelorette parties. Now, I would just be careful with your shop, you know, what aesthetic you start getting into, because we don't want like, you know, like trashy bachelorette hats in here. So I would probably go more the route of proposals and gifts. Yes.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but those are non-sized items are great. I wouldn't go candles. You could do blankets, or drinkware is the easiest. You could do like wine tumblers, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then when you picture them, try if you can find a mock-up that shows multiple in the same image, that's ideal. Just because it adds value to the listing photo. So those are some product ideas to focus on. If you could get the wedding website template up quickly, that's going to be higher average order value too. But I just think you have a lot of, I mean, these are lower price point items. So we want you making money quickly. So that's why I would probably add in the others. And you could do things for the bride and groom, like some print on demand matching, like crew necks or something like that, bride and groom version, you know. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And the aesthetic you have is great. So I was
is there any particular are
you there? I think you cut out. Are you
oh
there?
yeah, sorry,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, is there any particular print on demand partner that you recommend for some of those types of products to look into?
This would be the perfect Shannon question in the
Okay.
coach group. I think she
Okay.
uses almost every print on demand provider there is. But Shannon and Alba together, they use probably every POD provider I've ever heard of.
Okay, I'll post something.
Yeah, specific products that you want. You know, if you've seen something, you know, we can help you identify one that would have that.
Okay.
Yeah. And your other question was interesting. Your location and everything is Australian. You were wanting to target US market. Will your reach be affected based on your location? So it can be affected, yes, just because sometimes in search results, like if someone searches, you know, wedding, let's sweatshirt or something, I don't know. You know, sometimes people are using filters, like, okay, they want to receive it quickly. But you're using POD providers that have the US locations, right? Right now? Are you?
That's what I plan to. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So unless they're really selecting like United States, that would be the only way that you would be completely eliminated, you know, from search results. I think they
Yeah.
still
Okay.
do prioritize your location. That's why sometimes, like I had someone copy my shop and then change their location from Latvia to Dallas, Texas, and I was like, oh, I caught them, and I let Etsy know, and they made them change it back. But it did. I saw because I saw an increase in their sales when they changed it to Dallas, Texas. Now,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it will have some impact, but we have a lot of students in Australia who do the wedding market, and New Zealand too, very successfully. So I think you will be just fine. Like our New Zealand student, Harriet, targets brides. I think it's primarily US brides. So you'll be just fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then your other question, you have a print on demand provider in the US, ships within the US. How do you make framing available? Which provider are you using for that?
It was going to be through FrameBridge because they have like decent quality. It was really hard to find one that wasn't just like canvas or like a really cheap frame.
Yeah.
But it is quite expensive. That's my only.
Yeah. I would still, because your digital variations, or your digital shop, your digital listings still have variations in them. I think it would make total sense. You already have variations. So I would definitely add the framed option in for because you're doing that discount strategy. When you're using the pricing calculator, I just would actually apply that discount and make sure that you're still not going to lose money on, you know, $100 item that is now 75% off. So you're just going to have to increase the base price in order to be doing that. Does that make sense?
Okay, you don't think that'll look silly with yeah. But I wasn't sure if I would include it
Yeah.
or yeah, it's like if I would do the variation or not,
Yeah. Because if you do it, you know, what they're
or do a
seeing,
separate listing.
I would probably include it in here to start with. I would definitely include it in here to start with because you already have variations going on and it's shown framed anyways. So then
Okay.
it's just like less friction if you actually offer what's in the photo. So I
Yeah.
would do that. Yeah.
Because the like the digital print is available anywhere. Like I can send that to anyone anywhere, but then the prints framed are only for the US. Should I do like multiple listings? Should I, yeah, how should I sort of best do that?
So they won't ship, they will not ship international at all.
No,
They
it's
won't.
really hard to find. No, they won't. I think because of the chances of damage with a frame.
Yeah. Perhaps we could help you find one that does allow international, just
Okay.
because otherwise you're, you're an Australian-based shop and if the physical items only ship within the US, I think it would just be a little tricky. I think we should probably try to find, first try to find one that does ship international.
Okay.
Are you open to that?
Yeah, totally. I was looking for a long time, and I could not quite find something that had like good quality, because it seems like a lot of the print on demand ones, they do a lot of other things. So Framebridge like just do framing. So I guess that's sort of where the quality is. But yeah, I'm definitely open, because that's what I was hoping for. I wanted to find something that did everywhere, and I just couldn't quite find it.
Yeah. Since you haven't done it yet, I think this is the time to make sure we do our due diligence to make sure there's not an option, exhaust
Yeah.
our options first. And then I wouldn't even worry about the discount, because this is crossed out. And what they see in the drop down menu is the discounted price. So they don't even see like the initial price before that 65% off. So I wouldn't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But let's I would just put that in the coaching group and ask about one that ships international.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Abby.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Kira, you've been working on getting more items in your shop. Okay. Are you heading in the right direction? More views, nothing crazy, 400 views, no sales, trying to be patient. So I think, let me make sure. Okay, let's take a look here. SEO issue, ideas for a loss leader. You're going to be targeting more real estate agents. Great. Tumblers are so big, doing customized Tumblr tag. There's also wine glasses. You're having a hard time getting photos. Okay, so great.
Dylan, really quick. Sorry, I'm on. The third question I wasn't able to change in time. I actually just had a shop audit by Nikki and it was great. And then she came up with the idea of doing the wine bottle tags for a loss leader. And then so I added those this morning. Of course, completely forgot about the video. So I'll add those this afternoon.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, that's a good idea. Perfect for a loss leader. Awesome. Okay, so great. Yeah, Nikki's she has a laser too, so she's a great one for that. In terms of your shop, how long has it been open?
It's been just under a month.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So I think right now you're probably competing with yourself quite a bit, because you basically have like two main types of items before these. So we had like ornaments and we had like cutting board, kind of charcuterie boards things. So I think, having a limited number of long tail keywords that we could be found under is part of it. I would say, trying to get a wide variety of items in here. Have you ever cut acrylic?
yeah. So the back of one of those ornaments it's wood and acrylic.
Okay. I would start really going into acrylic. Even like engraving leather. I just see things take off pretty quickly when you bring more acrylic in. You can charge a lot more for it too. So that would just be, a couple ideas here. Have you ever done, I don't know what laser you have. Can you do metal? Anything?
Yeah. And I have a rotary. So I've also done wine glasses. I
Okay.
just got one of those light boxes yesterday that I'm hoping will be able to help with taking pictures of the wine glasses, because I kept getting a weird glare and it was really frustrating. So with the light box, I'm hoping I can get the glasses now posted.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, I would definitely say like that type of drinkware for realtor gifts is a great way to go. Like sets of 4, together. Even another thing to think about is I know like when we buy real estate, our realtor, always does something for the kids too. So like a realtor gift that's like given to the kids is something that's definitely underserved.
Okay.
Whether it be like you do the wine glass or the wine tumbler version or wine glass version, and then you do like a little kid water bottle version or something.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's something that's underserved right now. So that's a couple things I would think about. Your SEO, I think the SEO is not bad. I think it's just overlapping. So we have, custom ornament, home ornament, custom Christmas. So it's a lot of the similar long tail keywords. So you're just not going to be found in many different types of search results. Yeah, so that's my main thing about the SEO. The concept, like the structure isn't bad. You have all the long tail keywords up here, right? Let's see, bridal, gift, client, realtor, bridal. Actually, I don't see all the long tail keywords from the title up here.
Okay.
So that's part of it. So that's like half as powerful then. So that'll help. I just asked ChatGPT to turn into 2 sentences. That'll save you time.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, that'll save you time. You don't have to think. You can just enter. And then, but the structure of your SEO, like it's working. It just, I would definitely give it like a few weeks to really take hold, especially once you get the rest of the SEO in. Are you doing it your alt text on your photos too?
That one I could be better at. To be honest, the first couple posts I did, they were in there. And then I remembered when I made those posts this morning that was something I haven't been doing.
Yeah. And then getting some section titles. This also will help your SEO. So section titles like realtor ornament, realtor cutting board gifts, or homeowner cutting boards, long tail keywords will help you too. Yeah. So just a little extra SEO that might be missing, and that will help. Got the loss leader in. All right. Awesome. Did I get everything?
Quick question. You had mentioned doing leather and metal. Should I go away from wood, or are you just saying that those ones have better sales? What would kind of be the reason?
If you're looking to add something in and you're like, just looking for additional product ideas, adding in a version of the ornament that's acrylic, or a version of something that is acrylic could help. Leather, I've shown, like, we have a student who did, I wouldn't do this for realtor gifts, but leather wallets. He made like 150 grand in 7 months. We have someone, like for realtor, like hats, that could be a branded promotional type of item with a patch, stuff like that. So that was more what I was thinking for, if you're looking for product ideas.
Okay. Because I even thought of doing like little keychains for realtors that they can add to like the key exchange, like the new home key, that just like a little keychain that you can add to it. Because that I thought would be like an easy bulk thing that you could do too.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Keychains are a great idea. Personalized an address or something. That'd be cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. All right. Myra. All right. So you got feedback on adding product links to your shop announcement, using Bitly to shorten your links. Okay, so the workaround, so Bitly is usually the way that we shorten links. Some people actually have gone onto Twitter and use just Twitter to shorten their links. You post something on Twitter, it shortens the link, and you just take it. That's a workaround if you don't want to, if you run out of Bitly options. As long as it's, hi. Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I was shortening the link and then pasting it onto my shop announcement. But once I would save it and go back and check for the link, like I wasn't able to click on it. So I did ask in the group, and they advised to use short .io. So I tried that too, and same thing. So I reached out to Etsy yesterday, and they let me know that I can't use a link that's not from Etsy.
Yeah, as long as it goes like etsy.me, then it will work when it shortens it. So like you can't, if it doesn't shorten it to etsy.me, then it won't be clickable.
So how do I get it to actually do etsy.me? Because I tried so many times and there was no etsy.me anywhere.
Okay. Could you put that in the coaching group so we could do some digging on that?
Okay, I'll put it again.
Okay. And then you've been changing your SEO. Awesome. And then scrunchies were doing well in the beginning of your shop, not anymore. These 3 items are not selling for me. So scrunchies, totes, and bracelets aren't selling. You're thinking of relisting with updated SEO. Any suggestions on what other items to add to your shop? Q4, you're not sure if you're late for it. Definitely not late for it. We've had students start shops like November 1st, make almost $1,000 in their first month by the end of November last year. So you're not too late for it. Let's see here. Profitable steps and what to add in. Flower, straw topper in their carts. Favorites not purchasing. Let's take a look. Okay. Cool. So banner's looking good. One thing that I think is really smart, a lot of people forget, is when you have script going vertical on a Tumblr like that, you want to definitely showcase it sideways so people can realize it's a name and not just like, kind of gibberish. So that was great. Great that you did that. Okay. So the straw toppers, let's see, which ones have add carts?
So the flower straw toppers, I tend to see like 10, 13 in cart, but yeah, like no sales.
Yeah.
I think I sold a couple, but see, like right now it's at 18, but yeah, I mean, they're on sale.
Yeah. What's your cost on this?
Like I think it's like one, it's because I add like my shipping materials and all. I think it's 2 something, adding everything in.
So what I would do is, honestly, you might make a little bit on the shipping, or you could just like increase the ounces a little bit to make something on the shipping, or to help the break even. I think the 20% might not be super compelling. So you could even have it like $5, 50% off, just to sell, even if it's completely breaking even. I would do that just to sell, see how many you could get. but a deeper discount I think would be helpful. And then I think I would change out the main listing photo to add more value, pack more value into the listing photo, and even showcasing like you did here, where it's multiples. I think that would help. But changing out the listing photo is one step to take for sure. Okay, and then, so your customer, you're trying to target like bridesmaid gifts. Is that kind of it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The next thing I would add in is gift boxes for bridesmaids. Definitely. And I would also do, I see you have like bridal shower little favors and things. I would add in,
I kind of was targeting like for baby shower, but then I was like, maybe I shouldn't go that route because I'm like focusing on bridesmaids. So I was a little like, I mean, I still have it as baby shower in the title, I think, but I'm not sure if I should change it or leave it.
yeah,
as it is.
I see bridal shower in this one. I see bridal shower in the titles of these. I see both bridal and baby, it looks like.
Right. Baby shower. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just testing it.
Yeah, totally fine. So what I would do is add in, because we want to get your average order value up. So add in gift boxes for sure, because right now your highest price point item is like $10. So we want to definitely,
So would you recommend like within my things do the gift boxes or like start purchasing like more items?
you could do like a scrunchie, straw topper, tumbler. You could do that.
Okay.
You could do bracelet, let's see, bracelet, scrunchie, tote. You could do the tote and the tumbler. I would just combine what you already have.
Match.
And
Okay.
another thing you should add in is claw clips. I don't have any on me, but those big claw clips are easy and they're inexpensive and they really add a nice color and filler to a gift box. That's the next thing I would do. I would try to get in like 10 gift boxes. I would really try to get your order or your listing count up to like 50 as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Let me know how the pricing change on the straw toppers works.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we're talking about the gift box for
Okay.
bridesmaids, do you have a supplier for these boxes? Because I have my flowers business, and I'm
Sorry.
also considering.
Myra, is that you?
It's Luciana.
No, that was on me.
Okay, Luciana, could you, sorry, we try to go in order of the questions. Could you put that?
It's just because it's connected to what you're saying, and I will need to leave soon. It's just about the gift box that you suggest to Myra.
Yeah.
You had her to create the boxes for bridesmaids. Do you have a supplier for these boxes?
The physical box can just be like cardboard. You can use just cardboard box, like a white cardboard box or a tan cardboard box. And then you just fill it with actual items. So like it's pretty, here's a student of ours that I love her gift boxes. So like just a brown box. If you need help with suppliers for boxes, just feel free to post it in the group and we can help you with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Okay, Angie. You have more than one, get more than one favorited item a day, but no sales. How do you change the listings to get sales? Here's something that's getting favorited every day. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is favorited every day. You're not sure, overwhelmed with the changes you need to make. What is the most important thing to do first? Make more listings, fix what you have. I typically always say fix what you have, especially, let's see, how many listings do you have? 354. Yeah, I would probably start taking a look at removing some that you know have been in there, have been renewed multiple times or something, and they're just not, there's just been no interest. One thing with you, I see a lot of commas, so you can go to your listing overview, select all, edit your titles, put the comma in and click delete all instances. That's like an easy, quick fix you could do today in this next minute. That's an easy thing you could do to just bulk update that part of them. But I would probably start to look at, okay, what listings should be like trim out and then start updating the ones that have, had the most interest, because you're gonna see the fastest results there. There's already a velocity of visits going on. So it's gonna be the easiest to get sales on when you make updates to that. For this, you said it has getting favorites. I would definitely be implementing the aggressive strategy on this one, just to convert some of those, get some add to carts even. Looks like, I think also additional listing photos. If you have anyone it looks like you haven't had anyone take photo. What you could do is just do reviews. I would try to get some more reviews. I would probably reach out to everyone who, wait, am I on the wrong shop here? Let me make sure I'm
The
on
right
the
one.
Okay. Okay, cool. 6 sales. Yeah, I would reach out, try to get some reviews on the other listings. And then so that you can screenshot them and use them in your set of photos. But the aggressive strategy will really help if you start implementing that on things that are getting favorites. Have you done that yet with that listing?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a good one to do it on for sure. I would just do the whole shop. And with changes, yeah, so I do the bulk update of the titles, and then I would start focusing on the listings that have the most interest, and then work your way down before creating new listings. Just
Okay,
because
thank you.
yeah. Sorry. And then your next question, should you have 3 shops since your ideal clients are teachers, therapists, and nurses? I wouldn't have 3 shops for that. I would just try to keep one shop, but have a cohesive look and feel. So whether it be the fonts, the tones, the colors, the branding, just have the aesthetic be kind of cohesive. And that way you can target many, many people in that one shop. I always use the example of Nee, who, she targets brides, nurses, moms, Christian items, t-shirts, and it's just a similar aesthetic. So I think that's what I would do with your shop. Does that sound doable?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I have a lot of changes to make.
Okay, just go one at a time. Just get the commas out, number 1, and that will be very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Looks like no questions yet. Mark, did you have questions?
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't realize that she was cut off the evening before.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I just had a lot going on yesterday, so I went early this morning.
No.
Yeah, so about 7 weeks open after the total rebrand. I plan to refine and diversify my POD offerings as per yours and Nikki's suggestions.
Yeah.
More high quality, but it's taken time to review vendors for less commonly offered products.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that might be a question for your colleague. Was it Shannon?
Well, if you tag help team, we all see the questions and we assign someone to it if they're an expert on that. Yeah.
Okay, because it'd be great to get an opinion on those. But anyway, views and visits are slowly increasing, no rapid acceleration.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how much is to be expected, given how I've heard even successful POD shops start out slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some saying many months for consistent sales. So it's just hard. I have an aggressive pricing strategy because I'm not really concerned about profit margin short term.
Right.
So any additional suggestions for accelerating my exposure? Like, should I even consider low-level ads for select products I think could do well? Or at least increase customer data to help with new additional offerings? Do I need to be concerned about refreshing and or duplicating listings at this point?
Yeah. Really
I knew I threw a whole bunch of questions at you, but I'm just trying to be quick for you.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. So what I would do is definitely Pinterest and Facebook. That's just going to get you traffic in front of more people. It's free. You don't have to, I would do that before paying for ads. I would also start to take a look at what listings are working and what are the common themes there, whether it be font choice, color.
Yeah. Those are earlier listings. So you can see as it kind of goes to the further along and first page. It's taking more shape, I think, with newer listings, but still playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I would definitely get more of the drinkware going. If you can get more mugs in here, that would be ideal. Something to prioritize to, really get some, sales in terms of the next 6 weeks. And those should do even better than ornaments.
Even standard mugs versus more nicer drinkware, like standard mugs like I have.
Yeah, standard mugs.
I don't mean the design specifically, but those types of mugs.
Yeah, and if you have a 15-ounce, yeah, perfect. You have both options. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Ultimately, we just need you to get sales. So price point is helpful to keep that lower if they're not super fancy, the more elevated drinkware. I think this is perfect. I would also, I think we just need to get way more listings in here though.
Yeah, I was just trying to balance going fast and versus quality, right?
Yeah. Some of the things I would take a look at, because this almost looks on the photo here, it looks like, oh, there's a weird shadow or the lighting is off.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but then, oh, okay.
It's just it's a plaid print.
Yeah.
Like a Christmas plaid print.
Yeah, so I might swap in this as the main listing photo.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So sometimes you have good mock-up options. Sometimes it's about just swapping that out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
That actually, for whatever reason, sold and gets a lot of favorites.
Okay, Girl Scout leader. So then I would go hard at Girl Scout leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would get 15 more things in the shop targeting Girl Scout leaders
Yeah, it makes sense.
and Girl Scouts.
I guess I'm clamoring for more data, because that's the way my mind works.
Yeah.
And it just feels like I'm kind of like so early that I'm just clamoring for more data.
Yeah. And I mean, giving something away is like the easiest way to get more information from your customers, just having such low price points just to say, okay,
Yeah.
who would anyone buy this, first of all? But once something does sell, double down on that, do like 10 more options for that customer. Maybe not the same style or same design, change up the font, change up the product it's on.
Yeah, just based on who the customer is.
Yes.
Because that's the thing. I definitely can make higher quality designs. It just takes more time.
Yeah.
And so I hear what you're saying. If I see there's interest in a particular subject, I can do a higher quality item.
Yeah. So you could do like Girl Scout, like I'm just looking, because the thing is like with Girl Scout moms and leaders, like it's like selling to teams, to be honest. It's great because one buys it and then they're like, where did you get that?
Sure.
And so, the troop number, putting the troop number on something, and then you could literally just put this in Girl Scout groups, and say it's like at cost, buy this for your troop. It doesn't seem like there's a ton of great options to be honest.
Yeah.
Here. So
aesthetically, I agree.
Yeah. I would pick up on things and think about like other clubs, like, FFA, like 4-H. I don't know if those are maybe as lucrative. Think about expensive organizations where you're paying something to be part of it.
Sure.
That's why I love like cheer and dance teams. I sell to them because they're like, you get like 20 to 50 orders from one group and they're spending a lot on that,
Yeah, I'm already learning with my daughter's activities that they're high expense activities. So I hear you.
Yeah.
You got to pay to play.
Yes. Yeah. So I would double down on that. For sure.
And should I just let older things die, listings that I just kind of uploaded earlier that,
yeah.
I mean, do they need to be removed for the appearance of the shop, or
I would just let them die out
and bury them with more listings?
Yeah. Rotate them to the back and then let them, just don't renew them. Don't have them on auto renew.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then last question in terms of like duplicating listings. I mean, it's hard to imagine what I'd duplicate with the data I have. Is it too early to start thinking about that?
It is. Yeah. I wouldn't be duplicating things unless they're working, or unless you see a sign that it might work, or unless there's just so many long tail keywords that you couldn't possibly fit them all in one.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this is like ugly Christmas sweater type of stuff too. Like, you should definitely have that like long tail keywords in here.
Okay. Like, the actual aesthetic. Yeah. Cause it's definitely ugly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not trying to say that. Yeah. But you know what I mean?
No, intended to be. Yeah.
It's the purpose. Yeah. It's the purpose of it's just adding purpose and utility to something like that. Because people are buying ugly Christmas sweaters, okay, for their work party. And now this is a good one. So, yeah, stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. And let us know if you need help, finding other organizations like the Girl Scouts as ideas. We can help you with that.
I think I'll do just that, and also talk to you guys about vendors for the other products I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know about that. Yeah. Shannon and Alba are great. We'll make sure they get on the question.
Yeah. I like the small coaching calls too. So appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Norma, your elf holiday card is getting traffic, but no purchases. How do you fix it? Your makeup card too. It's $4 to have it build up sales. Let's take a look. Elf holiday card. Okay, there we go. I think photos are something that I would work on for sure. And the other one that was getting traffic, the makeup card too. Okay, I think photos are definitely something I would work on, like lighting specifically. I think that'd be helpful. Honestly, what you could do here is use mockups, and because the lighting on mockup card photos are pretty good. You could do something like that. This one, the makeup one. Yeah, I think with this, the eye is drawn to the rainbow of colors here versus like the kind of minimalist kind of line art print. So I think sometimes with the photo and the layout of how the visual merchandising of the photo, we just want all the attention. We want that image, which is what you're selling here, really. We want that taking up 80% of this photo here in search results. I also might consider the card, their envelope colors a little bit, just to see who that customer might be, and maybe changing out. I know you have kind of the brown color background, kind of the wood. I might try something like a stone, like a faux marble. You can just get like a cheap tile of, like cheap marble linoleum tile at Home Depot for like $1.50. And I would use backgrounds like that, test things out for different aesthetics you have going. Because this might be great for like what is this? I don't drink whiskey. I'm not sure. Whiskey, yes. So it might be great for like that kind of card, but maybe the background for like this card should be something a little more feminine. So I would be testing out different backgrounds. I think that'll really help. And then getting the discount strategy going, I would get that strategy going on the whole shop right now. If you're especially like this one, if it's getting interest but not converting, I would probably just have a more compelling price point, create some urgency around that. Okay. But yeah, photos are like the biggest thing, I think. And then pricing strategy, I would just keep that consistent. You have 48 things on sale. I would just keep it consistent just to get things moving a little faster. You don't have to do it forever, but maybe like till you have 20 orders per listing. Okay. All right, Jen, recommendations for print on demand companies that sell good jewelry. I would definitely want to talk to our POD subject matter experts on this. We do have quite a few students who were doing like Shine On. Now they're finding different options. So that is something that we should definitely kind of go offline on the coaching group on that. Maybe if you have an idea of specific types of jewelry, you could also put that in the post. That would be helpful to know kind of what aesthetic you're looking for even. And then the module about finding trends when you go on Pinterest, most of the pins are from Etsy. So it's difficult to figure out if it's actually trending or if it's more of an ad. Suggestions on where to find potential trendy items. The influencer market is great for this. If you look at people like Ashley Nichols, Danny, what is her name? Danny, Danny, she's an influencer who is all about like fashion, lifestyle. She's a mom. She's like, sporting the Stanley tumblers a year before everyone else is, that type of person. Erin Williams, Tara Henderson, Liza something, Bits of Brie. So these like influencers are great in terms of, how to pick up on the trends. If you look at YouTube vloggers, like mommy vloggers, they usually have a channel. So that's another place I would look. Okay. Noreen, one thing to focus on to get more sales, and then you have great photos that you took. Would make sense to sell pictures, nature on canvas as medical office decor. Hijabi doctor, they're underrepresented. When you check Etsy for bestsellers, popular now, in cart, not getting anything. Let's take a look. So we have a bonus where it's, is this idea good or bad? It's right after module 2. Is my product idea good or bad? How to test it, when to give up on idea. It's like 3 parts to it. There's a 10-step opportunity checklist. I would kind of run that idea through to know if it's like worth your time. That 10-step opportunity checklist. I don't know if you're here, Noreen. Can't quite see. I don't think you are, but
I am.
Oh, you are. Okay. Oh, there you are. Yeah. Have you done that checklist on it?
Just checking the in shop. I'm sorry, in cart, popular now, and that, but I haven't gone. I did watch those modules, but I didn't go through it and check the idea through those 10 points. So it's at the end of module 2.
It's the first bonus, I believe, right after module 2.
Okay.
How to know
I'll
if it is good or bad. Yeah, that's a good one. It'll give you clarity on that. Your first question though, what should you focus on to get more sales? One thing with the selling pictures on canvas as medical office decor, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Just knowing how hard that is. I think you could, because your time is limited, I would spend it on other things. Let's take a look at this though. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely not a lot.
No.
Interesting. I would run it through that checklist, just the 10 questions. And then, the worst case scenario, you could try one product, right? Like, I don't think it would take that long, especially if you use like Midjourney to get some images, like that would be pretty easy. Yeah. And
what kind of product do you think?
I was just gonna touch on that. I probably would do probably some kind of drinkware. I wouldn't put it on like I don't think I'd put it on like a notebook or a phone case. I would probably do some kind of drinkware where it's personalized with the name, which is much more like elevated than, I mean, this is nothing to compete with. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't put it on a wall art. I would do something personalized with their name on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And then for your shop to what you could do immediately, let's see, you're doing the aggressive strategy, right?
This is not my shop.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I grabbed the one right above it. Okay, so you're doing the aggressive strategy.
I don't think I've gotten to that module yet. I'm in module 3 where you are kind of going over how to like do a listing. So I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, so it's right. In module 4, that's when we get into all the pricing strategies. And that's when it's like module 4 is all about getting that traction going. So it's the sprint. So I would go through module 4, and then right after module 4, there's a bonus. It's called the most aggressive strategy to get sales fast. If you're feeling impatient for sales right now, you could just actually start with that one and then do module 4. So that though will really help. And we also start to get into the Facebook strategy there, which is something that should help you as well, just to get things ramped up. So in terms of getting that traction going, that's what module 4 is. So if you're wondering what you could do today, I would just jump to the bonus, the most aggressive strategy to get sales fast. It's the first one right after module 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm OCD. I hate like jumping around. So I feel like maybe I'll just try to go. I'll try to get there as fast as I can, but because I want to do everything that you say in the modules as I go through them.
Yes.
Which is what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Can you see the difference in my shop from when I first started with you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in the SEO alone, are you getting in the product mix? I definitely see you've added in quite a bit more.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I do think the mugs could be something more to focus on though.
Okay, I'll make a hijabi mug and put that up and see what happens.
Perfect. And then as long as you're getting the SEO at the top of your listing descriptions, you're getting it up here, right? All of this?
Not quite go back and double check and make sure it's in there.
Okay. Yeah, I would just turn that into 2 sentences with ChatGPT.
Okay.
You could work on the site merchandising lesson is in module 4. So you're coming up to that. That's where we add in some links to other listings. We help you with.
I have that down there.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I see. Yeah. So what you could actually do is actually link, like, let me show you an example. You could link actual products. Nee does this really well, but you could actually like link actual products in that. Does that make sense? Like,
you mean like besides copying and pasting the link in there?
Yeah. So not just linking your entire shop, but like linking specific other products in your shop.
Oh yeah. I did that one is the only shirt that gets continuously favorited and bought. The one that I have as the link, or should be. I hope it's not the shop.
Okay. I didn't click on it. Yeah, I would just, you could link other notebooks or something. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You just link this. Yeah. So I would just link similar products, maybe the notebook that says something else, or a mug that says that saying, or, yeah, Nee does a great job of doing this. She actually links each section of her shop.
Okay.
Which works pretty well. And then you could just reuse that in each listing. So yeah, you're making great progress.
So the one thing I'm doing, I'm sorry, what was the one thing I'm supposed to do? Like if I could do it today?
Well, you don't want to jump around, but I would do the most aggressive strategy to get sales fast.
Aggressive strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll just jump there. Okay.
Yeah. It's quick. Yeah. I would do that.
Okay.
And then add in some mugs.
Mugs. There you go. Mugs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. All right, Stephanie. Take a quick look at your shop, struggling with nailing down your customer. You want to stick with digital products. Mainly done a lot of coloring sheets and activity mats. Recently made a product for Christmas, thinking about focusing on a customer who enjoys being a party host. Okay. My idea is you could focus on products of all sorts for events and holidays. Template and planners idea, B2B customers. Let's take a look. Okay. So one thing, yeah, I definitely think we should update like banner, this SEO part with what you want to be known for. In terms of, kind of the direction to go, you have some sales. So I would actually take a look at the most recent, like 50 orders, see what was 80% of that, and then lean more into that. You could definitely start bundling a lot of this too. You could do like a whole like Christmas break activity bundle for kids at like, $10, something like that. So the way I would go, because we have kids and then we have B2B and self-care. So I would take a look at what has been working, because 97 orders, it's not nothing. I would take a look at what has been working and then lean into that more. My inclination with this is not to go with, because you're thinking about adding print on demand in the future. I don't know that I would go with B2B, like Airbnb stuff. I would not go back to templates and planners and B2B customers. I would actually lean more into kind of the direction you're going, like kids activities, things parents are buying for their families. Because that's not just a, you can touch on the holidays, you can definitely hit on the holidays, but you can do, it's year round as well. And then you can pick up on the summer break stuff too. So, your summer could be decent as well. That's the way I would go with this.
Okay. Yeah, most of my sales are the activity mats that I make.
Perfect. Yeah. Then I would probably not even go this route with these 4 anymore. And I would do personalization, if you're able to add a name that they can then color in, that's great. We've even had people who do, like you can take an image of a kid with their grandma and then turn it into a black and white outline. And it's like a coloring page of of the kid and their grandma, like something like that. So I would add personalization as an element to this too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think games are still good to add in there?
Yeah, games, activities. You could do games for classrooms, like that, so like a teacher might buy games for the kids' table at Thanksgiving. You could do Christmas Eve games. Like, yeah, I definitely still would do some games, but also like activities that are independent play type of things.
Okay.
Yeah. And with travel happening over the holidays, I think that's a great opportunity for you to get in on like road trip activities or airplane activities, with the coloring pages and things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Maggie, feedback on your shop. Most profitable thing for you to do first. You just introduced POD notebooks. What's a good direction to go? Okay. Most profitable print on demand to focus on. So 10 sales. So definitely get some different mock-ups going with the POD notebooks. And I would test out some different branding on, I think it's too early to stick with this lavender branding. We've only have 10 sales. So let's try out some different like branding, different fonts, different color themes, just to see what's going to give you the best like click-through rate. So I think it's too early to settle on like a certain like purple, I think that'll help. And then I would do like I see you have a lot of things for kids. So I would in flashcards, I might do like a whole shop bundle. That would be a really easy thing to do. I would make sure, let's see, good. You have the 24-hour long sales on. Personalization is something that I don't see quite yet that you could definitely add in. That would be definitely something to focus on, especially like kids. Personalization is the easiest thing to do. So you could do like with this type of thing. I mean, these are like school age kids. You could do like print on demand backpacks, print on demand lunch boxes, print on demand like library totes. You could do, if you're looking to truly add in POD, you could do, I'm trying to think so this is very like education focused. You could sell the POD like printable versions of these, like printed versions of these posters. That might be something people would be interested in as well. That would be pretty easy. But yeah, I would think about, okay, are you selling to the mom, the educator? Because it also doesn't have to be for kids. If you do POD products, you could do like print on demand things for moms or for educators. Because that is ideally, that is your customer. They're buying this to use with the children, but your customer still is the mom. So I see you have educators, therapists, counselors, loving parents. So I would probably even think about like, you could do like funny mugs or something for therapists, counselors, parents, like cheeky, like funny things. Spicy, like not just like, I love my teacher, but like, something spicy or funny or inside joke. So get in maybe with some inside teacher jokes. You could Google that and get some ideas for things you could print on there. So that's probably what I would add in next. Okay. Yeah, and things to do first would be adding more listings. Okay, Anthony, you run 20 and 25% off sales every week. Sales aren't there. What can you do to boost sales? Created Christmas items. You have a lot of personalized items. Don't see any interest. Not doing ads. Should I? Try to create some variety. Are your items all over the place? Let's take a look. Okay. Wooden roller coaster. Mugs, tumblers, candles. What I'm seeing you could do on a lot of these is actually zoom in more on the product itself, even like 15% more on some of this, because like here, like they couldn't read the in between on mobile, like the finer red font. I would be swapping out and updating all the old ones, old mockups. I do think SEO might be something to look at too. I see some interesting like spacing kind of happening. So I think we might want to look at like sarcastic mug funny, sarcastic mug funny, sarcastic mug funny. A lot of the start of these are the same long tail keywords, and that's like your most valuable SEO real estate. So you want all of these, at least the start of it, to be like unique. So I think SEO is probably a reason traffic could be pretty low. And then some of the mockups should be updated. So what I would do, because you have 775 listings, is focus on the sections that have the most traction. Start with that, update that section first, move on to the next one. I would do like one section at a time, spend like 2 days on each section if you can. And you work your way to the section that has the least interest so far. Other things I would really think about is, I think I might have, or someone might have brought this up, but font choice, just, getting some more trending font. Like you could look up Font Duo, Canva Font Duo, just like this might do well, but the spacing just looks a little off, or, it just looks a little bit not quite special enough to give as a gift, right? So maybe even just updating the mockup to have it look more wrapped versus just flat on the front. We have a tutorial on this at the end. It's in the Midjourney tutorial. It's the very last lesson in the program, where Bob teaches you how to kind of make it look more wrapped on a curved surface. So that would be something I'd look at. Okay. So let's take a look at your other questions though. Make sure we're getting everything. I would not do ads quite yet, just because there's so much you could do that like on the listings before you start to do ads. I think there's still improvements you can make. If your listings are absolutely perfect and you don't want to do social media, then I would start on ads. But if you're willing to do social media, I would do that first. So perfect your listings, then social media, then ads. I would do ads last. You don't have any super high price point items in here either. So then for that reason, I don't know that you're going to have a good return on the ad spend. Looks like you have good descriptions from what I can tell. I would be linking to other listings. So that site merchandising lesson where you link to other listings in the description, I would do that. And then 10 types of listing photos. Even if you could turn it into you could turn all the dog ornaments into a fast moving like slideshow, add that as the video for each ornament listing, like the same video, it'd be fine. And then, yeah, so I would, because like best mom gift, nurse gift, gift for mom, I just see SEO opportunity. Personalized pet. We just need to vary that up. Okay. And I think your customer base, I think it's fine. I think at this point, you have 775 listings, maybe 20% of them we would want to trim out eventually, but this is still the testing phase. You don't have enough sales to be like, definitive. I would still stay very open-minded on, you might be really known as a dog breed shop a year from now, or you might be really known as like the humor shop a year from now. So I would leave room to be led by the customers at this point still. Okay. Jaslyn, is removing your sticker sheets a good idea? You've already removed for now. You want a revamped sale to drive up average order value. How do you improve your product mix? Good notes, planner stickers, and busy books. What is one thing to focus on? So removing the sticker sheets, I think we looked at that. Okay, good. You changed the mock-up or the photo of the boxes. That looks good. I would probably, the sticker sheets haven't really been working, right? So I would probably end up pulling those out. You've had them in for a while. And it was the only POD product, I think, in your shop at the time. So I probably would remove those, or just like drive them down to complete cost if they're not already, and just see if anyone bites. Good notes planner stickers. I think was maybe Nikki or someone on the coaching team recommended this product. I don't know as much about Good Notes planner stickers personally, but I know that it has worked for other students quite well. The busy books, I think that's a great idea, right in line with your customer. I would just make sure to really showcase them with different types of mockups. It's easy to sometimes get into like a routine of similar mockups. Maybe even showcase them with a child in it, like holding it. If you can find a mockup of like a kid holding a book or something that appears similar to what the printable would be, I think that'd be something really interesting to try. You can even use Midjourney to create your own. I think that'd be a good thing to try. One thing to focus on to get more sales. Let's see. I would really hit up these like homeschool mom Facebook groups and do a ton more Pinterest. Even if you could do like 50 to 100 pins a day, I would do it. I think getting that external traffic going for you will be helpful. And I wouldn't do like eligible orders get 25% off. I would just do the discount. Yeah, I would just do the flat. I would actually just do the discount. That causes friction in the purchasing process when it's like, okay, well, what do I have to do to get this? And it's kind of making them jump through some hoops, even just mentally doing that discount at a certain threshold. So I would just do the discount. So that's one big change I would make. I would do that today, probably. Okay, just want to make sure. So we have, if we don't get to all the questions, we can finish them up in the coaching group with Loom videos, just like this, but Loom videos for you. So Angel, questions to follow. If you want to put those in the coaching group, that'd be great. Jess, can't find any shops offering customized digital invites. It's either edit yourself and then the full custom ones where the printing is done. Gotcha. How do you price it if you're editing it and providing it digitally? I would probably just charge for your time at this point. So let's say maybe you include like 1 revision or 2 revisions or something, and okay, 2 revisions, it's going to take me 30 minutes or like 20 minutes, or the back and forth will take me like an extra 45 minutes. I don't know if it'd be that long. I would just charge for your time. So right now you said 5 to 10 is what they have. So I would probably just charge by product type. So if you're gonna have an add-on, you just have a drop down that's like for product type. So edit the seating chart. Okay, that's gonna take, it's gonna be like $20. Okay, editing a place card. Okay, that's gonna be like $2, or, just as an example. If you're gonna do it within the listing, then I would probably just not do the same exact upsell price or add-on price for every single listing. I would just look at the time it would take you on average. And then you can change that. If you're like, oh, wow, I'm realizing this takes me way longer. I've done this for 3 people, took me way longer. Just charge more, just increase that. Physical laser products, what should you start with? I would say something, if it's going to be within the same shop, I would definitely start with something that's, with this aesthetic. If you could do, there's some great kind of neutral acrylic colors. I actually found, if you look up, or not acrylic, actually it was in resin, but I just want to show you the color scheme idea. And I think it might have been a shop in Australia, actually. I found it for another student last night, but you could do the same thing with these acrylic colors. It was based in Australia. Oh, here we go. So you could do something with the laser with acrylic and colors like this. This actually, even though this is resin, it might give you some inspiration just on tones. I think if you did some laser items like in this kind of vibe, it would look really cool in your shop. You could even combine wood with acrylic, or with acrylic. I think that would be a great thing to look into doing. That would fit within your shop's vibe. You could start with like Mr. and Mrs. items. You could start with like last name signs for weddings. That would be easy. You could start with like a laser cut in, guest book for the wedding with acrylic or wood. Engraving, anything for the wedding. You could look at like wedding flat lay props for like the flat lay photo with the invitation and the ring and things. You could do something personalized for that. Even like engraving a little wooden ring dish or something. Just throwing things out there. So that's the route I would go with that. Removing the buy 3, save 50% off. If not many people are using it, only around 2% of customers who use it. Very low. Instead of that, let's take a look. Okay. So buy 3, save 50% off, but then you have 25% off going anyways. So Jess, are you here? It's in Australia, so maybe she's not here. I would probably just increase your overall everyday discount on these. I'd probably go like 40% off, just to ramp things up, like temporarily, just to ramp things up. Just increase the discount, get some of those. I know she's lost some bestseller badges recently. So like, we just need to get those bestseller badges back. So I would just increase the discount since it is so much, almost pretty much all digital. I would do that. Okay. All right, Harry. Decrease the skull items and some of the not selling items. Many sub niches, your stats are decreasing. You sold your friends diving nose clips and they were half of what you sold this year. Interesting. All sections sell or make favorites, but very little. Social media visits are increasing. What should you do? Start a new shop, another one with better focus, where to focus. So you have quite a few shops. I think sometimes what can happen like is when there are a lot, can be easy to have our efforts split a little bit. So if you were to start a new shop, I would definitely say like go all in and just even like you could kill the other shops. So you have 115, 225, let's see here, 14 sales. And then, oh yeah, this one. So the diving nose clips, I mean, that's very specific. I probably wouldn't go that route, like accessories for divers. I would probably, I mean, just your overall velocity of sales is pretty low. You could just reuse one of the shops and completely rebrand it. I know you have a lot of listings. I'm 148, 424. I wouldn't really do anything with this one. I'd probably reuse one of these and rename it just so that you have starting sales and then get much more focused. Like for this one, let's say you wanted to keep with this. Well, maybe you're going to add in POD bedding, like crib sheets and POD nursery rugs and, make it a full like POD decor shop, not just printables. Have the printables with the decor. So it's all coordinated. You could do something like that. I think the sub niche route, I wouldn't really go with. Our POD shops who do the highest volume don't do any apparel typically. So I think your margins will be better if you kind of back off of the apparel and focus more on something else. This one would be an easy one to do because you already have the wall art going. And if you feel inspired enough to kind of make designs and things for this customer, I would, but I do think you should use like some proven trending brands as inspiration. Maybe do a Pinterest activity to really curate kind of the vision for it before you dive in. I think a Pinterest activity would be good just to create a couple boards that are really your inspiration for the shop. And, using Restoration Hardware Baby, Pottery Barn Baby, Caden Lane, those types of brands who are really, the best premium like nursery brands, at least for US customers right now. I think that would help focus in the collection a bit more. So that's probably the route I would go. Just because, even if you get rugs in a shop, like your average order value can easily become $200 plus, which is great for hitting your income goals. Okay. So let us know what you think about that. Think about it though. Rachel, I think you'd like to offer free domestic shipping. So it all goes towards star seller since separate shipping fees don't go towards star seller. Okay. You're wanting to make sure that you don't get slammed with the shipping fee if someone orders Priority Express. So I think free shipping is a great idea. When you create your shipping profiles, just select the option. Options available are Priority Express, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom and click More Advanced Options. And that's where they hide Ground. So make sure you select that, then Ground will be free. And then anytime they upgrade to Priority or Express, they pay the full amount. Okay. Don't see a question from Sandy. Did you have a question, Sandy? You can just add it to the coaching group if you have a question here. Kristen, okay, you're thinking of purchasing a new piece of equipment. Cool. Okay. The laser. So lasers, I see over and over again, lasers, embroidery machines, and 3D printers are like extremely profitable tools, like the three most profitable. You don't want to do your average laser cut sign. You're thinking add-on personalized items, product recommendations that you could work with, manifestation themed direction for your shop. Okay. Tarot, astrology type gift boxes, photos of your single magnets. Too busy. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that first, just real quick, and then we'll go into the laser stuff. Your single magnets. Are these the ones? Which ones are you thinking?
Right up top. Actually, I think those ones. Keep going down a little bit more. Right there, those ones.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. So honestly, the way they're pictured, they almost look like stickers.
Right, exactly. And I'm having a hard time because I don't really like any of the mock-ups for the refrigerators that I'm finding. Or like if you go down, it just seems a little too basic to me. And my fridge isn't magnetic.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out a more creative way to like showcase it as, and it does look like a sticker. So that's why I'm kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, I would just use like tape, scotch tape, and like create the loop.
Just stick it
with your fridge. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only other way to showcase it would be like showcasing the backside of it where it's black.
Yeah. So in my description, my listings, I have that. But like again, like it's like that's like
yeah. I would do your video, like have your hand like putting it on like looking like you're gonna put it on. Kind of like this girl. Cute. And
You want to say hi?
this one actually, how this one is, this is a good one where it's like the back is kind of underneath. That's probably what I would do. It's a bestseller too. That's crazy. Do you feel like you could do that type of picture?
I probably could actually. Yeah. I mean, I would just have to print more magnets, I guess. But or just use another one, I guess.
Yeah, use a different one. It doesn't have to be the same one. Yeah, that's what I would do. That way it won't look like a sticker.
Okay.
And then with the laser items, like manifestation. So the benefit of a laser is personalization.
Yeah.
So whether they engrave like, let's say, what is it called? Like an
affirmation, or...
like a personal affirmation, sometimes like Christianity, like a life verse or something like that. Like something that is like your word of the year, things like that. Yeah. And
so like, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, the acrylic wood, if you get the laser that can do acrylic, wood, and leather, that's ideal. Yeah.
And then out of like, I think my other question was like, is out of all those things that you just listed, like the embroidery machine, because I thought about that one, the laser, I forget the other one, is the laser probably the most like versatile? Like, you think that would be like the best out of them investment, or that's quite kind of where I'm not exactly sure. Yeah. Like my gut is telling me the laser because I feel like I could do more with it, but
yeah, you could do more with it. It's fast. It's pretty fast. Like, with your schedule, like with the fire department and stuff, it is, you'd have to leave like a 3D printer on for like 13 hours to do something. And embroidery, that's hard. It's a mess. Like if you need to train someone in on using the machine, if you like aren't able to do it yourself, I would say lasers are easier to train someone on.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just, I would say you might learn it faster. You could get it up and going pretty quick nowadays. There's so many like tutorials and yeah.
And there's like a new one that just launched that's like kind of a hobby. I mean, it's not as crazy as some of the other ones. So I was leaning towards that one. But
yeah, lasers have a pretty good ROI. And I would just break it down. Okay, what's my date that I want to recoup that investment? Okay, we got to get X number of products up month one, kind of reverse engineer the payoff.
Yeah, because I want to kind of lead my shop into doing more like of the gift boxes, like, and I'm just trying to figure out the filler items to throw in there, like kind of around, like I said, like the zodiac signs and like different like kind of like tarot themed boxes, like trying to figure out still being a niche. But I'm having a hard time like finding those smaller filler items that like collectively. So I'm looking like to maybe that's how I would add the laser. To help with that, but probably also eventually do like that be like some main, item. Just
Oh yeah. If you need help, when you're ready for help with the spiller items, let us know. Because we have students, tons of people who we've helped with gift boxes. So there's a lot of options that you can just buy and put in there, like claw clip, little candle, little bath bomb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Awesome. That's exciting. Well, keep us posted on which one you get and what ideas you need help with. Okay.
Well, very cool.
Awesome. Okay. Valentina, you think of targeting entrepreneur. Should you create a product line with slogans like boss lady, female entrepreneur? Can you give products you think she would like? Do you think it's a good idea to do POD? While you select and wait for the products to be delivered from AliExpress. Now your store is a mess. It's okay. Do you recommend removing all the products that aren't on target and uploading various new types of products to align more with what was explained in the course? Let's see what the situation is here. Let's take a look. Okay, so 32 sales, 300 items. I probably would start cutting out anything that hasn't sold. Number one, I would cut out anything that hasn't sold, never been favorited. I'd get all the Halloween out, and maybe you might end up with 100 listings. That could be fair. And then just with the entrepreneurs, the ideal customer, I just make sure to maybe get some more spicy sayings like girl, like things like, you don't want it to be filled with things like girl boss or things that are more general. I would just take a look make a list of sayings and really do some research on Pinterest and things and look at wall art, honestly, for like inspirational wall art for inspiration on like what that could say. You'll get more ideas there than you would looking at like actual products with sayings on it. POD products. I wouldn't, if the POD products, if you don't want them to be long-term, I wouldn't waste your time on it. But if you want to have a mix of POD with physical items, then it would be the time to spend on that while you wait for the delivery from AliExpress. I've seen a pretty good delivery time lately, like 14 to 20 days. So I don't think it'd be that long for them to arrive. Let me, yeah, so, and then what to start with. I would start with a loss leader, and then, I mean, just to get your velocity of sales kind of going a little bit better, I would definitely discount all these to be at cost just to see like what you can get out of them while they're still in your shop. And then, yeah, I mean, the 7 types of products, giftable would be ideal if you're able to get the listings up in the next 2-3 weeks. If you think it's going to take, 4 to 6 weeks to do a giftable, I might not worry about that one as much. But loss leaders, I would say good priority, and market them as stocking stuffers too. Okay. All right, Robin, can someone take a look at the inside of your description to see if it's set up the right way? Let's take a look at this. Okay. So I would just add bullets here, like with emojis. I would just actually have that called details. And then I would do inch, like measures 24, like some people are crazy. They're like, is that centimeters or is that feet? So I just put inches, and then let's see here. If you want flexibility to use other materials in here and like sell multiples of this, I might not specify the actual materials. I might just say like holiday themed, faux, or just, yeah, faux, greenery and accents. And then I would link to other listings in here too. I know you have this one and this one. I would probably link to all your sections and other listings as well. So maybe get like 4 or 5 links going in here. And then you have social media linked, which is good. Yeah, I think this top part is the main part I'd focus on updating. And then you just want all your long tail keywords from here in here. So it looks like, let's see, Christmas decor, handmade holiday wreath. I would just make sure that none of them are missing. Okay. How do you get your social media to link to your description, or do you not put it in the listing? Where do you put them in your shop? Yeah, you definitely want it at the bottom. I see you have it there, which is great. Looks like, yeah, it's not going to be a clickable link because it's not a link within Etsy. But this is right. I think I might just check on this TikTok one. Looks like it might be pulling in something extra. You could probably take off this last part, just have it be crafting with intention, and then just test that link before you update it. Okay, awesome, awesome. Chelsea, sales started to slow down because you needed to make time to do other things like launch new products. You may have slowed them down too quickly and you're in your head about it. I would not worry about it. Slowing things down right now, you're gonna have so much traffic to be able to pick things back up in the next like 6 weeks. And you realized you have a few copycats, haven't taken your photos. Okay. The whole shop is copycat listings. They're doing it to your best competitors too. I know it's very frustrating. I also reported them saying they weren't handmade. The best you can do is to report them and create that copyright infringement report. That works pretty well. It's worked every time for me. Usually within like 48 hours, it's taken down. Did they get
specific for that? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Did it get taken down? Did you do that?
Well, so the copyright infringement form, it was a little daunting to me. And yesterday I was freaking out a little bit. So I didn't do it. But what I did was I reported their shop, and then I went and reported both of my listings and reported a bunch of other listings, and I messaged them. I went a little crazy. So I'm hoping that would be helpful, but I can also go do the infringement one. But is there anything specific I need for that, or?
It's really, yeah, we've done these before. It's pretty straightforward. You just link your listing and then link the infringing listing, say you're the owner. That's the one that gets it taken down pretty quickly. I don't even know if anyone actually looks at it when you do that. It works fast. It's like the easiest way to get something taken down.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy, I wouldn't want to be that shop owner.
No, and there was another one. So another Etsy shop actually messaged me and told me about it, and she had gotten the other one taken down, but
yeah.
So it was like a double whammy because I was slowing my sales down a little bit, and then I realized they were really stalling, and then it kind of added up because their listings went up about 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the fastest way to get it taken down. Yeah. So I just have it'll take you like 3-4 minutes. Yeah. And then let's see, embroidered sweatshirts and resin. New product would be gift baskets. You got some feedback. Premium examples for gift boxes specifically, or for what?
So I want to do it. I was thinking I would use kind of my baskets as the gift basket thing, and I would just put 1 or 2 things in it, or I don't know, maybe 3. We'd see. I know you're supposed to do the price and work backwards, but I wasn't sure where to start with that.
Yeah, I would think of one person, well, that the basket's personalized. So honestly, the things in it don't need to be personalized. One personalized thing is enough. And that's the basket is the high ticket part of the thing. It's not like you're using a brown box. So what's in it doesn't have to be like incredible. It could be more filler items. You could do like a little thin muslin swaddle blanket. You could do let's see, you could do like a little lovey or like a little stuffed animal type of thing. You could even do like an activity type of thing, like I don't want to say coloring book or a book or something like that. Let's
How
see.
many things do you think should be in it?
I would say 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's plenty. Yeah, 2 or 3. And the basket itself is the high ticket feature item. So I wouldn't even worry about what's in it as much. I just think utility. You don't want like throwaway just stuff. You want like, something that's going to take up space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for picturing it, because a lot of my other items, they're pictured with things in them, but those ones don't have stuff in them when I sell them. And I'm clear about that. So for picturing it, do you think I should have like some text that specifies it's a gift basket so people know the difference?
No, I would just have no props in the background. And that way it'll be really focused on what's in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So no props. That'll make it really obvious. And I wouldn't do text unless, I really wouldn't do text. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, just for more reassurance, I'll be okay to pick things back up, and the copycat is not the end of the world.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't even worry. Yeah. And in our let's see, you're not in the 10K group yet, are you?
No, but I hope to be soon.
Yeah. In that group, we deal with that like every week. So it's part of the game. But we're really good. Yeah. Just get them get that form submitted and you'll be good.
Okay, you're making me feel so much better. I had like my meltdown yesterday, and today I was like, no, resiliency, and I'm going to talk to Dylan, but that was tough.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Jay, I don't see questions yet. But James.
Yes, hello.
Hey, awesome.
Quickly, you mentioned something called a twinkle light earlier. What is that?
Yeah, let me show you here. Twinkle lights are like they look like little Christmas lights, like these. See that?
How do you get those? Or I don't.
Yeah, just at Target, or Walmart, Amazon, just like twinkle lights. You could do twinkle light battery operated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like these little things. Yeah, like fairy lights. Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. And so creating POD bundles, unique items, same design. Examples for reference. Can you have a series of unique designs that can be added to a cart with one click? Let's see. So for that, it just depends on who you're using. Are you using Printify?
We're using Printify right this minute.
Okay.
If there's another option.
Yeah. So for a step-by-step of that, I think Shannon or Alba, because both of them do it. Have you posted this in the group, the bundle question?
Yeah, and they Shannon did and Alba did get back, and they showed me some basics, and I understand and appreciate that. The question is that you actually have to add to cart one at a time.
Yeah.
So my question is, can you somehow do a single click and load all, say, 4 or 5 variations, and yet each one's going to be personalized. They'll have a different child's name or something on it.
Okay. So each one will be different.
Without having to do one at a time.
Without having to do one at a time. If each one is going to be different, it's not like, and each one is personalized differently. Let me run that by them. Because I don't know that off the top of my head. And I wouldn't want you to get into a situation where you're not able to like fulfill the order correctly. So let's clarify that. Alba does this all the time. So
okay,
just clarify that with her.
Yeah. So in other words, we'd have a possibility you could click the items one at a time and make your own bundle, or could I have one click and it would load all bundles at once? And Alba maybe will check into that.
Let's check with her. My reasoning of not being sure is just because if they're all personalized differently, I just want to make sure that this wouldn't mess up, that you would still be able to do it correctly, fulfill it.
Okay.
And then keywords for your alt text. So this, I would just take literally sections of your title. So let's say we were doing it for this person's. So for alt text, I would do like wildflower basket set, custom flower decor. Okay, that's one. Then the next photo, I would do like flower decor, toddler bedroom. And then the next one, I would do like toddler bedroom, personalized floral. So just take sections of your title for the alt text.
Okay, within the same listing.
Exactly. Yeah, it should be consistent with your other SEO.
Yes.
Yes.
When would Alba maybe get back to us?
When would she get back to you?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. It's Saturday. I have to see if she's on the schedule for today, but whenever a question comes through for a specific person, we always ping them. But sometimes someone takes a day off on the weekend. Some don't work 7 days a week. Yeah. So I would just ask, and it's not only Alba that would know. I mean, other coaches would know too. I just know Alba does this every day in her shop. So she came to mind.
And Q2, and then my question number 2 there is the picture itself. Is it better to have a lifestyle picture, or do we have maybe just a solid kind of a background and then have the various products sitting on there?
Yeah, I would probably, if you can do a lifestyle picture, like if there is a mock-up that could include.
There won't be a mock-up because then we're going to have, say, 4 or 5 unique products out there that could go together as a bundle. So may have a pillow and a sweatshirt.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're doing your own pictures?
Well, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I would probably test one of each, do one where it's more lifestyle. I definitely wouldn't put them on a background with a complementary color and do like I wouldn't do that. I would probably go with the lifestyle photo, and then worst case scenario, because you would be offering them individually as well, like maybe like the sweatshirt or something by itself, have the main listing photo just be of one item, and then when they get in, they realize they could buy a bundle. Worst case
scenario.
No,
you'd be listing the bundle, and that would be the product. So you say, hey, the shower curtain, pillow, you get a blanket. You get all different things out there, and it's similar, same design with a little bit of a personalization.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have the option to purchase one thing of that bundle.
They could purchase one thing.
Yeah. So then it's totally fine to have also the main listing photo be of just the one item. Does that make sense? So like.
Yes. Okay. We're good.
You got that?
Yeah. If you got an example there.
I might. Let's see here. Nope. She did some Zodiac things. Let's see. So this is like. Okay. She used to have it where you could actually buy like t-shirts in here too, but the main listing photo, all the SEO was about Zodiac mugs. And then in the drop down, there were other options available. So it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to have every item pictured in here. Trying to find an example where she used to do that. Let's see. Yeah, like, okay, so here is an option where you can buy like multiple different items. Let's say she had an option for the bundle where you could buy the sticker sheet and the mug. Well, it's okay to still have the photo just be the mug. That's okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then, so I think this is going to be the last question, but the last 2, let's just add them to the coaching group and then we'll get to those today. So Petra, getting a lot of favorites, not as many sales. How do you turn them into sales? You've been doing aggressive strategy for 2 months, went from 80 sales to 300, hardly any profit, can't afford it anymore, don't run sales right now. We have days when you have no sales, others where you have 5 a day. So it's less consistent. So how do you have daily sales and profit? Let's take a look, and then a high ticket item. So what I would do is continue the aggressive strategy on things that aren't selling. So maybe certain listings are having the aggressive, let's see, I don't know if this is the aggressive strategy, but maybe certain listings, they are getting sales still without a discount, like getting orders without a discount. Maybe other listings, like they still haven't moved. Well, then maybe just continue the aggressive strategy only on those. And then with the high ticket items, other things you can do to just assist with that would be more Pinterest, more Facebook. Pinterest is more of the long game, but Facebook does work quickly. For items like these, I would see, you're doing these yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I would definitely get these going into lots of like gift boxes. That would be the
thought about it, but I don't know how to mix up the candles with something else. So we thought maybe the wax melts would be an idea, but I don't know. It's just all candle related, and we don't know how to mix something else in there.
Yeah.
Because should we make like 3 candles in a box? But this will be kind of weird for just one person. It would be more like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you could do something like a candle with a bath bomb with a, let's see, this is kind of heavy, so it might crush. You could do like a bath bomb and a scrunchie or something like that. So other items that are not candle related, just filler items. So like gift box with candle. You could do like a little fake succulent plant like that. Matches are a great little filler. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And then I would maintain the discount strategy on things that have not sold.
Okay.
And you could still keep that discount strategy going on everything, but just raise the base price. So you could keep the sale going on everything, but just raise the base price by 10% every week.
Yeah, we thought about that, but then I thought like, who would like to buy a candle that would be actually about 50 euros? It's a lot. So I don't know. I don't want it to be like insane. These are the small ones, but the main one that we sell are the bigger ones. And they're made with dried flowers and stuff like that. It takes a lot of time. And I kind of didn't want to make them like 50 euros to make 20% off, because I don't know, doesn't it sound insane? I mean, I could, but I don't know. Does it sound insane for people?
No, it's not. Like, I don't know if you know any, if you guys have this brand there, but like these candles are, you know, $78, 150.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So I definitely don't think so. But yeah, let me know how that goes.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Awesome. And then we'll finish the rest of these in the coaching group. And then just be on the lookout for your small group coaching calls this week. And it sounds like you guys have been liking them. So just be on the lookout for the times for those. But I'll see you guys soon. Okay.